realize that that's what this is like.
It's a chance to realize how insignificant you are and how a part of this whole thing we are. It's quite zen, actually, in the middle of all this loud and crashing. It's a very quiet and peaceful thing to do.
Wake up with Al and your weather today. Weekday mornings from 6 to 11 on the Weather Channel. And now, your local on the 8s.
Hey, I'm meteorologist Jim Cantore with your live weather update. And, of course, we are watching Wednesday and Thursday for a severe weather setup. Warm, moist air with this jet, cold air with this jet. And, of course, where the two shall meet, kaboom, there's that low-pressure system. As we work our way into Thursday, it looks like we'll watch severe weather probably break out overnight on Wednesday and push on off toward the north and east. There will be multiple bands, if you will, of thunderstorms, and we're talking about tornadoes, hail, high winds in through here, and very heavy rainfall along and just to the north of that low track. Where we had snow on Monday. I'm meteorologist Jim Cantore. I've made a career of being in the middle of storms, and I love it. But there's more to weather than storms. Some people live where they have to deal with harsh or unusual conditions on a daily basis. On Cantore Stories, we'll take you to these places. You'll meet the people that call them home, and we'll immerse you in their culture. On this episode, it's life on the bayou. Time stands still deep in the swamps of Louisiana, where livelihoods hang on the fragile balance of Mother Nature's winds. Where the magic of the great outdoors unveils itself on a daily basis, creating a culture as distinct as the accents that echo across this mysterious land. Where the bounty from these endangered yet fertile waters provides the backbone of their colorful cuisine. A simple way of living that is handed down generation after generation to all those who make the bayou their life. I'm in the middle of the largest river swamp in the United States. Hi, this is meteorologist Jim Cantore, and this is the Atchafalaya Basin. It's bigger than even Florida's Everglades. It encompasses 833,000 acres. It's 20 miles wide and 150 miles long. That makes it bigger than the entire state of Rhode Island. The Atchafalaya Swamp and the 110 or so bayous in Louisiana are at the heart of Cajun culture. We'll introduce you to some of the charismatic people who embrace these muddy waters. They hunt gators, crawfish, and catfish, and can still wake up and party at 8 a.m. These swamps and bayous are the cornerstones for their food, fun, and fellowship. And that's what makes this such a special place.
Well, I've been in just about all my life in the basin. I think you get a feel of the basin that the basin is actually part of you.
It's remarkable to get up early in the morning and watch the various species of animal life and also to watch the beautiful sunsets out here. It's breathtaking and it's also very peaceful to the soul, gives your soul a little rejuvenation.
Sunken cypress and that dirty looking water, it's just something about it that, we like, Not saying that clear water wouldn't look good, but it's just something we're used to, you know?
The basin gets its water from 31 states, 2 Canadian provinces, and about a third of the Mississippi River is diverted through it. It's full of wildlife, 200 species of birds, 85 types of fish, and alligators galore.
Kind of like living in paradise, to be quite honest with you. I like to hunt and fish, and it don't get no better than this. You're at one with nature.
Staying close to the water, it relaxes your mind, and it takes the stress off your mind.
And there's water everywhere. Swamps, marshes, rivers, lakes, and bayous. Ah, mysterious bayous that everyone's heard of. But what are they, really?
A bayou?
I have no idea.
I couldn't tell you the answer.
A man-made body of water?
A long, thin thing with water in it.
It's like a river.
Definition of bayou. No.
Well, there are varying definitions depending on who you talk to, but a bayou generally refers to a marshy or sluggish body of water, of which there are many as you travel throughout southern Louisiana. Well, we all know about life here on the bayou, but what about sometimes the things that don't often get seen? Dane, you must have some crazy things that have happened out here.
I think the craziest thing I've heard happened to my daddy. One day they swimming, jumping off the bridge and this and that, and everybody's having a good time until, you know, my dad jumps in there, thinks he's about to do a big cannonball, you know, showing off, and landed straight on a dead pig.
A dead pig?
A dead pig.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a lick. It came right up and meet him.
But still, what are the chances of jumping on a dead pig?
Better than I wish they were, but, you know, sometimes it happens.
Looks like that swimming date that we had this afternoon is now off. It's gone.
What makes this area so special is the people. Very warm, endearing people. People that love to live life and love to live life to the fullest.
You're not going to find a friendlier person, and you're not going to find a more helpful person. So at some time in your stay, somebody, some Cajun is going to offer you a meal because they're proud of it. They're proud of who they are, they're proud of where they live, and they're proud of what they can cook.
Which brings us to one of the most flavorful parts of Cajun culture.
It's all about eating, because you can turn from boiling crawfish, next day you might be doing crabs, and then the day after doing a big old barbecue.
I think that's one of the things they say about us down here is that, you know, if it moves, we're going to eat it.
Well, I just think whenever you hear about Louisiana's food nationally, everybody talks about the red pepper and how hot it is.
It's so hot and humid down here, I'm surprised hot sauce is so popular.
Good point. There should be some cold sauce.
If you're a Cajun, it's not only the cooking that's passed down to you.
My age and older, everyone speaks French as well as English, and that's why we have kind of a French-style accent.
Yeah, everybody talks about rednecks, and they talk funny, I think.
Yeah, it's
well, you can hear a redneck from a mile away, but you don't know exactly where they're from. You assume they're from the South, but when I meet people, they're like, whoa, you're from South Louisiana.
You know, I get commented about my accent all the time. You know, as much as I try to hide it, I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, you just gotta love those accents, don't you? And you know what? There's another thing to love around here. Crawfish. As a matter of fact, I'm standing in the crawfish capital of the world, Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. And whether it's catching, cooking, or eating, these Cajuns are just crazy about them.
You might be able to get crawfish somewhere else, but you're not gonna get them with the flavor that we got.
It used to be way back when, if you ate crawfish and you had visitors that showed up at your house, you would hide the crawfish because it was said that, you know, that's the mud bug phrase of it. Because you were eating stuff that came out of the mud. And now everybody wants our crawfish.
But first, you gotta catch them, and Cajuns are good at that. They produce more than 90% of the nation's crawfish, which boosts Louisiana's economy by about $120 million a year. David Alamone, who grew up on the swamp, took us out for a little show and tell.
It's very key that you apply and set the trap so that the flow of the trap, which is the bottom of the trap, is facing the same direction as the current. As you can see, in this trap, we got a good average of about 3 pounds of crawfish, which is left for about a 2-day run. So you have an opportunity to get a good harvest on a every other day basis.
But not everybody knows what to think about these tasty little devils. Catching crawfish can be fun and relaxing, but catching gators, well, that's a different story. If Hollywood were casting for a Cajun swamp guide, they'd call Norbert LeBlanc.
Look at him right there. You see him?
He's been hunting and fishing these waters for over 60 years. Crawfish, snakes, frogs, turtles, you name it. But it's the king of the swamp that's been his most dangerous adversary.
My first encounter with a big alligator was that I didn't know what I was doing too much, so what I did was I took the rope like this, and I would do this, wrap it around my hand, which is not a good thing, you know. So when he took off, he pulled me in the water. But I learned one thing that day, learn how to walk on water real fast.
Indigenous to the southeast United States and plentiful in the bayous, gators to most Cajuns are nothing to get worked up about.
One night we went frogging, and there was more alligators than frogs. Mr. Bruce is crazy, you know that. He was the principal at our high school. He'll see 2 alligators on either side of the boat. If he sees a frog, he's in the water. And this is in the dead of night.
Bayou residents may be comfortable with their scaly neighbors, but visitors, while fascinated, can get a little jumpy around them.
I had a film crew out here one time, and we were filming a big alligator coming to the boat. And all of a sudden, the alligator went underwater, which is normal. But then when that fish struck the side of my boat or hit close to the boat right here, it made a noise, and I thought they was going to all jump out of the boat.
As for LeBlanc, he still gives tours, but gator hunting is a thing of the past.
When they asked me why I quit hunting alligators, I said, well, I quit hunting alligators because I was ahead of the game. I had all my fingers and all my toes, so it was time to quit.
Coming up on Cantori Stories, more unique life on the bayou, including a catfishing mayor.
I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll go do my fishing, I'm back at City Hall for 11. I have my phone on me, I can take care of business.
And then we boogie on the bayou at breakfast.
Dancing on a Saturday morning from 8:30 to 11:30 is intense. I wouldn't want any other Saturday morning.
It's a breath of fresh air. New Nature Luxe Silk Foundation. Flawless coverage with a light as air feel. We took out a heavy synthetic and put in a light touch of cucumber. New Nature Luxe Foundation. Easy breezy beautiful, CoverGirl.
See this? Nobody else has what this paint's got. And that's a #1 rating. It's a paint and primer in one, so it goes on bold and looks even better. It means getting more done in half the time. And it means the shade you see on that swatch ends up on that wall. And is as durable as it is colorful. You know where to find it. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Try it for yourself. Get your own 8-ounce sample of the #1 rated Behr paint. Now just $2.94.
I can't get rid of these weeds or these nasal allergies.
I know what works differently than many other allergy medications. Omneris. Omneris to the nose. Did you know nasal symptoms like congestion can be caused by allergic inflammation? Omneris relieves your symptoms by fighting inflammation. Side effects may include headache, nosebleed, and sore throat.
I nip my allergy symptoms in the bud.
Omneris. Ask your doctor. Battling nasal allergy symptoms? Omneris combats the cause. Get Omneris for only $11 at omneris.com.
Truth is, most motorcycle insurance costs about the same. What's not the same is the coverage. Now you can get the Allstate protection you need for a price you can afford. Dollar for dollar, nobody protects the rider better than Allstate.
Looks like it's time to stock up. So save big at the PetSmart Stock Up and Save sale. Save $5 on Purina One dog food and save $4 on Beneful dog food at PetSmart.
Good night, buddy.
Good morning, Dad.
Oreo, Milk's favorite cookie.
The inspiration for its shape
was an archer drawing